ceramic mugs, hand sanitizers, even toothbrushes. Did you know you're paying for those and much more with every water bill? On your side, Chief Investigator Ron Regan has been crunching the numbers.
Yeah, Ron, you found ratepayers are getting soaked to the tune of hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, ratepayers in 70 communities get their water from the Cleveland Water Department. And your bills have been going up. But when we checked to see what you're paying for, we found some surprises. Water's getting expensive. Cleveland's water department has hiked rates 82% in the city, 50% in the suburbs in just 5 years. But a review of water department records reveals you're paying for much more than water from Lake Erie. Nearly $500,000 in giveaways and sponsorships in just the last 3 years. Jason Wood.
Do you think that ratepayers would approve of that kind of spending?
Is the department's chief of public affairs.
We do need to educate the public about a variety of programmatic effects and then also the reasons to utilize water and how water fits into their everyday lifestyle.
That means lots of festivals and sponsored events. $117,000 worth over the last 3 years. Almost $4 grand for ceramic mugs. Nearly $7,000 for miniature watering cans that bloom.
The watering can. The water. Take a look at it.
Oh, I can see it.
Okay.
The watering cans
What's the point?
help draw awareness to how water fits into your everyday life.
So to help you understand water, the department's giving away $76,000 worth of water bottles, nearly $13,000 for hand sanitizers, another $8,000 for toothbrushes, all paid for by you.
Hand sanitizers and toothbrushes and backpacks. It sounds more like your Walmart than the water department.
Well, what it does is it creates us an opportunity to create engagement.
And engagement is expensive. Another $17,000 for backpacks and jump ropes.
After every event, we see what works and what has spurred engagement.
How do you know that?
It's through evaluation of our event participation.
And how is that done?
We review it internally with our team. We see what's worked.
Are surveys taken, or is there tests given to folks, see if they've gotten any more education?
We do not do any quantitative analysis like that.
So it's just a guess?
No, it's not a guess at all. It's through the experience that our field teams bring to the table.
That's kind of aggravating.
Aggravating because at the same time the water department's on a spending spree, it's billing 93-year-old Tom Mulcahy more than $2,000 for water he's never used. A retired Cleveland firefighter and war veteran, Mulcahy says he's been a responsible ratepayer for decades.
Is it unfair to you?
Oh, yeah. It's very unfair.
Since last October, he's been living in an assisted living center. His home locked up tight. He even hired a plumber to make sure there were no leaks.
So much money can be allocated for non-essentials and trinkets, a lot of them. In the meantime, we're paying a top rate to begin with.
Over the last 3 years, you've spent nearly $500,000 on trinkets. Meanwhile, there's a 90-year-old man who's being stiffed for more than $2,000 on water he hasn't used. Mm-hmm. How does that add up to you?
Well, as we mentioned, we're looking into that, and we'll get to the bottom of that issue. If there was a mistake made, we'll certainly correct it.
They have a product that's in demand they don't need to sell. They don't need much selling anyhow.
If you stop this kind of spending today, do you think the whole water department would go into turmoil?
I think we'd be losing a valuable opportunity to educate the public.
Well, the water department insists this is spending that's not about polishing its image, but it's all about educating the public how to use water.
Pretty staggering.
Yeah.
Ron, thank you. Nice
That
job.
elderly gentleman put it in perspective.
Yeah, we'll let you know what happens there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Good job.
Thank you, Ron.
Thanks, Ron.